Hey there, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm sitting here tonight having what I think is the strangest conversation with myself. Just one I never thought I would have with me, right? The thing that I've been thinking a lot about is I love being around other humans and I miss it. I need to prioritize being around live humans. I know it sounds like such a simple thing, but remember, I have been living in isolation for the last 4 years since I've been diagnosed. Pretty much, I've been making isolation choices for the last 4 years. I know. You're like, Nicole, what the fuck are you talking about? You just traveled around the world and you do things all the time. Yes, absolutely. But again, hear me out. I learned to navigate around the world, but in an isolated way, right? So for 3.5 years, cancer and then a worldwide pandemic made it so that I had to stay away from other humans. Didn't mean I had to stay in the house. You know, I have found, I do not need humans for entertainment. I do not need humans because I'm just alone. I'm not lonely. I have an incredible circle of friends. I text and phone calls and video calls all the time. It's not that. It's for 3.5 years. I made very strict decisions. Yeah, we got together with once in a while. People came over to our house, but it was very methodical. Everybody tested first, and if there was any children involved, if there was any possibility that they were sick or were connected to anyone being sick, and not just COVID, I can't risk getting anything. Especially in the last year, I've been doing lung surgery, ablations, and radiation. You know, humans are the thing that is actually the most dangerous to me. Oh, yeah. Which is why this makes this so hard, right? So I for 3.5 years, I made very strict decisions. And then last year, the world seemed to be chilling out from the pandemic. Seemed to be at least like, okay, we could start to navigate doing this safely. We had to take a lot more precautions, again, because I have stage 4 cancer, because this just was my unfortunate luck. But we did figure out, I have traveled, yes, you're right. I went to Morocco, I went to London, I went to Maui. But in all those cases, we made decisions that allowed us to do it safely, which meant outdoor markets, walking around, doing architecture tours on my feet. Do I just go out to dinner because I heard about a great restaurant that I wanted to try when I was in London? No, right? Like I can't make those, or I choose not to make those decisions. Even though, yeah, you're gonna say, Nicole, this is what it's all for. Just go out, just join the living world again. No, I do things very methodically. You know this. I have project managed the fuck out of my cancer, right? But it has gotten me here. And it has got, this is a miracle of science, for sure. New age, fancy, sci-fi science. Thank you very much. This is also because my wife provides and works her ass off to make sure that I have the environment to just have these thoughts making sure that this body works. But also, this is possible because I have methodically, systematically taken little steps forward every day, and thoughtfully. So when I was in Morocco, I was in outdoor bazaars. Anytime I go inside, to this day, if I am inside in front of or near other humans, I have a mask on. So I did, going out, the last 6 months of travel have been amazing, but exhausting. because, again, I'm trying to navigate, how do I figure out how do I do this successfully so I can keep doing it, right? But in all of this travel and these experiences and this day-to-day life and going out and riding my bike, I entertain myself. You know, we talked a couple weeks ago. I was feeling really sad and went to Target and let the little child in me toy shop for a couple of hours. You know, it was wonderful. But for me to be able to do that, with the chemo, it's a lot, like noises are a lot, people's a lot. It's overwhelming today. It's not like, you know, I'm not how I used to be. So I don't have the resources to draw from. And so I feel like I have to reteach myself in a lot of ways, right? And so I feel like last year, going out into the world was overcoming the fear of COVID, overcoming the fear of my body breaking down and being someplace that I couldn't get to medical attention, and like all of those things, all, you know, the logistics, and I'm past that now. And so now I'm realizing that I should take some more calculated risks or put some energy into spending time with live humans, because this week I prioritized that because I was struggling. I have my lung ablation surgery coming up, so I have to stay healthy. I don't want anything to make that go off the calendar. So I can't catch a cold, can't get sick. So humans are scary, but I also miss them. This week felt pretty good. Thought, let's do this safely. And when I realized that this fuels me, being around friends, hanging out. Like my friend of many years, Laura, came over, and I'm sure that she probably came over for an hour. It was the first time we've hung out in a long time. Just her and I, no kids, not outside talking from porch to afar, you know, like we actually came into my house, and I'm sure she meant to hang out for an hour, and she stayed all day because I was so excited and yammering at her. I'm sure she entertained me. And I thank her for that. Whatever. In that, I got, I just, it was so much more energy. I was just bouncing through the next day. And so I thought, hey, we can do this. We can do this safely, right? And still make that surgery. So I reached out to one of my best friend, Juan. We've known each other for 30 years. I said, baby, I'm coming over for breakfast. We used to do breakfast every week together. We've known each other for 30 years. It's like, it's so comfortable and amazing and lovely. And we, you know, we can, we've gone through a lot of laughing and crying together over the years. You know, we were a group of 20. We met in our early 20s, and he and I are the last two standing. AIDS, cancer, drugs. So it's so nice to be in person with him, because we can share inappropriate jokes or hugs when needed or whatever. It felt really good, and I was bouncing from that. And then I had one last thing on the calendar to end the week, and it was, I have the friend that came over, her daughter is my chosen niece. She's allowed me to be auntie for her whole life, which is quite wonderful. And every year since she's gone to school, I would take her at the beginning of school for an outfit. We would go school shopping, and it was a tradition and fun, and one I have not been able to do because of cancer and COVID for 4 years. We still did it, but online and from afar, right? But we've been planning for quite a while, and her mom graciously, you know, we thoughtfully, she tested her for COVID. We still wore masks when we were together in the same car, because she might just have a cold that she picked up from school, and I can't have that either. But when we were outside walking down the street, of course not. So we you know, and we just I had so much energy this week. And nothing physically changed, nothing about my treatment or my diagnosis or anything. It was just the energy of being around humans. And I'm sure you can relate to this if you did any type of COVID, if COVID impacted your life at all and you had to make these decisions. I just won't do it willy-nilly. I won't just be like, oh, fuck it. You know, I'm going to go for brunch with my friends. That's what I'm here to live. And yeah. And like I said, and then catch something. And I did all of this. No. But I have been super, super strict on my human interaction because humans are so scary. But I think I'm missing out on something super valuable. And it's a really strange conversation to be having with myself because I'm such a social person. I spent my entire life in hospitality. To think that I had to now talk to myself and talk through my fears and irrational thoughts and whatever, or rational thoughts, whatever's happening, to slowly get myself comfortable to take in some more chances. When we went to London, so the end of all those travels, again, made choices to make sure that I was safe. And so that just means that I just didn't do things that involved humans. Lots of other things to do. But when we went to London, my wife and I we went with our friends, Jeff and Alana, and we did London like normal folks. Like it was, we did a couple things, and I did take chances. We found small restaurants, not a lot of possibilities for risks, just thoughtfully, that I feel comfortable about. We went to dinner like normal people in a restaurant. I went to Mary Poppins, remember? And I was so excited, and we'd been walking around all day. I forgot to put my mask on when I was inside Mary Poppins. I didn't remember until we were in there, and I was like, oh my God. And I was just like, fuck it. I did take that one chance. I did. I always ask myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And my God, Mary Poppins was worth it. It was so much fun. But that trip to London with our friend, it was just so living. Like I so much about it I never thought I would do again. And I've worked really hard to get here, and so I think I need to. I want more of that. And I need to figure out how to feel comfortable in designing some calculated risks to be around humans more. Yeah. That's my goal for this week. Well, no, because chemo, but that's my goal. Well, after surgery, that's my goal. Yeah, see, I'm already rationalizing it. I am having surgery on February 9th, and so from here to there, no, I will not be around humans. I'm not going to take any chances. In the week after, 2 weeks after. But after that, I am going to start to take calculated risks with trusted humans, because I really, really love the energy that I got from that this week. All right, well, I always have you, so thank you so much. Because as you can see, it's necessary. Thank you. See you later. Ciao.